first vendor is a childsdream.com, and this is kite paper or wax paper. The size is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and the pad is of 100 sheets. Now this can be used for many projects like kites, lanterns, origamis, but I specifically bought it to make folded Waldorf window stars. It's heavier than ordinary tissue paper, but light shines through when hung or taped to a window. A beeswax candle rolling kit. This one is in pastel colors, and it makes 24 candles. We've already made our way into this kit. We rolled a few candles for Bella's birthday celebration coming up in a few days. I do think that we're going to get a lot more than 24 candles just because we are making them a bit smaller. The wick is included, and these honeycomb sheets really do smell so wonderful. I ordered 3 natural Woodcraft rings in the large size, so 3.35 inches. I'll be using these to make ribbon hand kites. A mini-sized flower press, and I believe this measures 4 by 4. So in the nature art box book that I hauled in my last video, there are several projects with pressed flowers, so I thought this would be perfect to pair for those projects. It does include its own little booklet of instructions and 2 project suggestions. From my local craft stores, Michael's and AC Moore, I'm replenishing our acrylic paint and small detail paintbrushes for our peg dolls. A set of ceramic eggs to paint for our Easter table. This is by the Creatology brand at Michael's. In the wedding decor aisle at AC Moore, I found this set of wooden table numbers. And there are numbers 1 through 20 wood burned into the wooden rounds. They're mostly round blocks with the exception of this flat bottom, which is neat because they can stand and they can also be stacked very easily. I've been eyeing wooden building blocks on Etsy, and they're all $40, $50 and up plus shipping. So these are a wonderful find because not only do they work perfectly as building blocks, but they're also a wonderful resource for math. These can work for number quantity, sorting, counting, grouping. I'm really excited over this find. So I will say that without coupons, these are really pricey. I paid $27 by stacking coupons and discounts, which is fair in my opinion. So look out for these in the wedding decor aisle and make sure you don't forget those coupons. Moving on to a few purchases from Walmart and Target. Easter Bunny crayons from Walmart, but I'll actually be using these as a sorting activity for my toddler on our Easter themed shelf work. Easter themed cookie cutters. Of course, the obvious is baking fun with these, but we also like to use cookie cutters with Play-Doh and for sensory bins. Tiny Chicks. I picked them up from Party City last year post Easter clearance, and I've been hoarding them since because these are wonderful for math manipulatives and small world or sensory play. There are a lot of spring gems at Target Bullseye Playground right now. This is a snail paint your own stepping stone kit. Roll a rainbow color sorting game. It says for language learning, color sorting and recognition, gross motor skills, and independent learning. This says it's for pre-K, but I picked it up for my toddler's shelf work. It includes bilingual color flashcards that coordinate with the colors of the plush die. So the game is that the child rolls a die and then is to pick up the respective card matching to the color landed or rolled. This is when you develop language skills by discussing the bus and colors in English and Spanish. I picked up 2 wooden puzzles at $3 a piece, which is a really good deal, especially because puzzles are a great learning material and toy to use. This says pre-K skill level again, color and shape sorting, recognition, fine motor skills, but really, even more puzzles are for developing critical thinking skills, logic, and problem solving. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen my posts and stories on our homeschool rewards system. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I do post daily activities and ideas. But anyway, Bella is losing baby teeth left and right. So this is a tooth fairy pillow to tuck her tooth in and markers to personalize it. Outdoor adventures, find it fast game. These are like a mesh of a scavenger hunt and bingo, perfect for nature walks and road trips. Play dirt, kinetic sand for sensory play. Bathtub finger paint is always lots of fun as well. A kit of paint your own ladybug pet rocks. And these little drawback toys come in a pack of 3, but I do like to open them to offer each one as a separate reward. And a few spring goodies from Dollar Tree. Small ceramic painting kits, a hopping chick, big plastic insects we do like to use for sensory bins. The biggest bulk of purchases are from Amazon, and I have a pile here for a reptile amphibian unit study, and we'll get to these items in a minute. I've been bragging about these nonfiction sight word readers from Scholastic on my Instagram. Bella finished level A, so I did order level B. I really can't recommend these sets enough for sight word practice. A lot more motivating, hands-on, and a lot more fun rather than the traditional flashcard method. And I actually didn't purchase these myself. This was a Christmas gift from family, but I did tuck it away for us to use later on. The slides are a set from Learning Resources. And so inside we have pollens and spores, textile fibers, plants, insects, and animals. These are wonderfully sturdy for young children, and we pair them with our pocket microscope. Eventually, I'd like to invest in a large-sized microscope, but this little guy works great and really does pack a punch for its size. It's also perfect to take along on nature walks. I am gradually trying to upgrade our art supplies to just higher quality. I've been eyeballing the Stockmar brand of beeswax crayons, but they are pricey. So I came across this brand, which is a lot less expensive, and thought, why not try them out? It is a set of 24 crayons in this sturdy plastic case, and I do like the size of the crayons. However, I will say that the pigment does disappoint. Canson brand of watercolor paper, and this is in the 140 pound. Crayola brand 5-pound air dry clay in a tub in the color white. Our nature art box has a recipe for making homemade clay, and I'm looking forward to making it, but I've heard that this air dry clay is wonderful to have on hand for when you need to cut corners. And it reads, Crayola air dry clay is a fine natural earth clay which gets hard without baking. Use it to make sculpted figures or decorations. So you add water as you would with homemade clay to soften, and the dry time is about 2 to 3 days. I'm really excited to share these with you. Locomo by Taksa Toys. This is a wooden animal figure to use outdoors. So there are holes for the child to fill with outdoor finds like leaves, twigs, flowers, promoting open-ended play, creativity, imagination, and of course a connection and a love for the outdoors. We have Dale, which is more like a common animal shape and can be used to make different animals. Robbie is a rabbit shape, and Becky is a bird shape. I believe there are 2 more to complete the set, a whale and an elephant. Another fun purchase to take on our nature walks, a parafoil pocket kite. A parafoil kite is ready to fly, and it's designed with pockets to catch air much easier than a flat plastic or paper kite. Here I have purchases made for an upcoming reptile and amphibian unit study. So let's begin with the book resources. This is a sticker book by Paper Craft, and I find these at AC Moore for only $1. I really like to put these in our busy kits. And I found this Discovery Kids set at Five Below. In this set, there is a book, The Wild World of Animals. Unlike the Nat Geo Activity sticker books, this is all fiction, but it looks like it does have plenty of educational content. It reads over 400 facts and activities. It really does look fun. Something like this is also wonderful to put in a busy kit. The real reason why I picked up this set is because of this little set of bullfrog Lifecycle figurines that it includes. I did notice that this doesn't have the eggs phase, but it's okay, we'll make it work. This is a less expensive alternative to the Safari LTD Lifecycle sets. And of course, we can't have a unit study without one of our favorites, the Nat Geo Kids sticker activity book, and this one is on reptiles and amphibians. Y'all know how much we love these. I've bragged all that I can. I've said all that I can say about them in previous videos. You saw our butterfly Dover coloring book in my last video, and this one is on reptiles and amphibians. Like I said before, I do like that these are realistic illustrations and a lot more upscale, I guess I can say, than the traditional kids coloring books. This one also has an informative summary at the bottom of each page. And another Safari LTD Toobs set to add to our collection. This is frogs and turtles, and we use these for sensory bins and for object to picture match activities. Wooden puzzles for parts of. These are classic to Montessori environments and classrooms and pair nicely with anatomy lessons. I actually ordered a whole set of 5 different animals and botany, but they haven't arrived yet for me to show you. And at last, our last resource. This one is really neat. A wooden frog instrument, and this croaks like a frog. This is so beautifully made, hand carved, and unique.